Hi everybody, it's Tina. Hopefully you guys can see okay. I'm a little bit earlier than 11. I decided to go live at 11 today, my normal Friday time, because you guys, I just want to get this big box of stuff that's over here that I'm going to share with you. I just want to get it put away. So, hey Chris, I'm a few minutes early. I was just chatting. Hey Sarah. So I want to show you guys a big box of stuff I got. I got 3 Stampin' Up! Packages this week, and I want to show you guys what I got because sometimes it's fun to see how demonstrators order. Being a full-time demonstrator, I sometimes order a little bit different maybe than what you're ordering if you're a customer, and I find that interesting sometimes to see how demonstrators order product or what they think about. And then I got some fun stuff, which all the stuff that I get is usually fun, right? But it's usually for a very specific reason. But this week I got a package from Stampin' Up! And it was really purely a fun order, which I know it sounds really funny, but I don't often get a chance to just put in like a fun order. All of my orders are always based on what's happening in my business. If I'm doing classes or if I'm doing kits, those types of things. So it's fun to get an order that was just really a fun order, right? So I want to share with you guys a couple things, and then we're going to make a project, and it's not going to be a quick project. I already have this feeling that it's not going to be quick. So this one is Chris's fault. I'm pretty sure that this one right here is because Chris did a live, and she used this, and I had to have it. So I got this for 50% off because I closed a workshop order. And so I thought, well, why not? I might as well get it for 50% off. So this is the, what is this? Gift bag punch board. I have no idea how to use this. I don't know. I don't know what this is. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I have no clue. It punches, I think you punch down. It has this thing. Does this move? Side 2. This comes out. I don't know. Chris used it. I had to have it. She says she'll show me. Maybe we can do a video. Maybe Chris and I can do a video together. And when she's showing me, she can show you guys too. So I just had to have it because it looked so much fun when she used it that I was like, I have to have it. I have to have it. So it comes with instructions. So we'll do a video on this and I'll show you guys what it's all about. Okay, so I got that. So then, okay, so one of the orders was just my order of stuff that I had to get for, just like stuff. Like I needed cardstock and all that. And then my fun order was I got an order for because I was number 2 in sales for Patty Bennett's team. I got a $150 shopping spree. Remember on Monday I showed you guys or Wednesday I showed you the certificates. So I put that order in, and so there's fun stuff mixed in here with my order, but it was really fun when I ordered from Patty. When I sent her my order, I just got stuff that I didn't need necessarily for a business purpose, but I kind of wanted, but I kind of didn't want to spend money on, so I'm going to show you that. So I got a bunch of cardstock, some garden green, cherry cobbler. So I always get Whisper White, you guys. This is no joke. This is all Whisper White cardstock that was on my personal order. So tons of Whisper White cardstock because I go through that like crazy. I got some basic black, which we actually are going to need for our project today. So I got to set this aside because I was completely out of black cardstock. Then I got some granite gray and I got some shimmery white cardstock. So I want to get all this put away. So let me throw it down here. This is going to be loud. Okay. So then this was something fun that I got. These are the boxes that are in the holiday catalog, and I'm going to do a Hello Christmas project with these. So this was part of my fun order. I just hadn't ordered them. I wasn't sure that I really wanted them, and then I thought, let's get them because you kind of want them. So then here is part of my fun order. This is the Follow Your Dream stamp set and the Chase Your Dream dies. Now, I sort of wanted this when I saw it, but then I was like, you know, you have to pick and choose. You have to be like, well, I want this more than I want this one. And then I also have to pick stuff based on my classes and what I'm doing for class. So I love this die that says dream, and I love this feather. And then I love this that says follow your dreams. I'm not crazy about this, but Kayla loves these. So I thought maybe she might want to do something with this. So I got these as part of that fun order. And it was a bundle. It's actually not a very expensive bundle. I think it's $31 for the stamp set and the die. So we're definitely going to create with that. So there's this. Let me put this maybe right here. Okay, so the other set that I got, I caved and I bought this. And this comes with a punch. So we used this, the Spooky Sweet stamp set, and then we used the Bat Punch, remember, at the beginning of the month. And remember, I had borrowed it from Wendy, because when I flipped over the punch, it said Wendy, and I didn't understand why it said that. So I went ahead and I got this. I think it's a really great set to always have. I think this is a great punch to always have. Lots of my punches like this, I don't get rid of. Like, I still have the Owl Builder punch. So lots of them I don't get rid of because I love. And this is a great set, and maybe it'll carry over. I don't know, but I thought it was good since I had kind of wanted it, and then I had so much fun with it. I thought that would be good. So a couple more things here that are fun orders from my order with Patty. I got some more polka dot ribbon, and then I got some gray granite ribbon. I also got a roll of Christmas washi tape, and then my mom ordered Christmas washi tape, which I already had a brand new one on hand, so I just gave her mine because she already went home. And then this is actually for my mom, and I'll send it up to her, or give it to her when she comes down next. She uses washi in her planner too. So I got some rolls of washi. And then I got 3 more packs of the Santa's Workshop. I'm doing my December daily documenting, and then my Christmas cards I'm all doing with the Santa's Workshop. So let me show you what I did early this morning. I was filming a workshop video, and these are all the cards that I made. It's what I was doing right before I started my live. I made all of these. So these are so fun to have. This was a card workshop that I did, and it's with these cards. And you can see there's just tons of them. They're so fun to make. I just kept wanting to make them. The video that I did for this workshop was over 40 minutes long because I just kept making these. And we added Winka Stella and rhinestones and baker's twine. They came out so cute. I love this one. So simple. And then I even did some Chris Will Be Proud because I did some decorating of the envelopes, which I always forget to do. I love the way it looks, but I just always forget to do that. So I got 3 more packs of these Memory and More cards, and that was the end of my those were the items I got for, you know, just for fun. And then I have a bunch of stuff in here, and this is all for my team. So they're just team giveaways and prizes and thank yous. I got a set of envelopes for myself because I always get Whisper White, cardstock, and envelopes. So that's always on my order. So a couple things I picked up for team members. I got a couple blocks. I have an idea that I'm going to do. So I picked up a couple of these D-size blocks. They're like the most standard blocks. And I'll do that with those. So I picked up those. I picked up a couple extra bone folders to send out to team members. And then I picked up a couple of these. I thought these would be a fun giveaway for my team. I picked up some of these. These are the, can I open these? Yeah, the corrugated little shapes. I picked up a set of these. These are the frosted clear epoxy drops. Here's another one of those. That's why there's multiples of some of this stuff, is because I just got it so I could have on hand for giveaways for my team. And then I got some rhinestones. So we have an exclusive Facebook group where we hang out and we do challenges and that kind of stuff. And so I wanted to have some things on hand to be able to give away. So that was all for that. And then I'll put this down here. And then the very last thing I got is I went ahead and I picked up this Santa's Workshop 12 by 12 cardstock pack. There's 12 sheets each of the, is this Poppy Parade? Does it say on here, or do I have to look in the catalog? I think one color is Garden Green, and then the other one might be Poppy Parade. But I often do that so when Stampin' Up! Has something like this where they have 24 sheets in a pack, I'll pick it up even though I have these colors on hand. You just can't beat getting 12 by 12 cardstock in a pack of 24 like this with our colors. And like even though this will retire after Christmas, the colors won't. So that's why I picked this up. I wanted to go ahead and get that before the end of the season. Right? So that's what I got. So now let's look at the big giveaway. And today's the last day to enter to win this giveaway. And let's see what we have in here because I need to add some stuff. So in here, let's see. So we have the pop-up trash can that you can't get unless you're a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. So it says Stampin' Up! And then it pops down like so. And it'll come to you flat. So it's like this, and then it pops up. So it's great. I love it. It says Stampin' Up! It's in a navy, right? So then I'm going to have to switch the stamp set out. I think that I need this hung with care stamp set. I think I owe somebody this. So I'm going to switch this out, and I'm going to put a different stamp set in there. And then that way, if somebody gets picked that already got the stamp set from me, it won't be a duplicate. So there'll be a stamp set in here. And then there's a couple of the Gable boxes. Whoops, I just hit my phone here. And then there is the little treat bag from my class this month. There's a Wink of Stella. There is a frosted clear epoxy things. And then yesterday, what I added is I added this stuff right here. So glimmer paper and a set of Christmas paper. So that's in there. So let's see. This was Monday's. I got to think here. This was Monday's. The stamp set was Tuesday. Wednesday was the Wink of Stella. And then Thursday, or the Wednesday was like the Wink of Stella and the epoxy things. And then I have a few random items in there, of course. So then today, I have a thing of Baker's Twine here. And then I have this little cute craft journal. So that's going in there. Okay. So there'll be a different stamp set in there, but that will be in there. And then I'm going to throw some other items in here. Okay. So, and they're going to be a surprise. So we've added something every single day to the giveaway since Monday. And then there's going to be a couple surprises in here. This will come flat. Everything will come flat. I'm going to pick a winner. I'll leave this open for the rest of the day. Like, you can comment, you can share, and then I'll pick a winner on Saturday. So we'll go ahead and the giveaway will close tonight, like at midnight. Okay, so go ahead and comment if you're catching the replay. Hey, Debbie. If you're catching the replay, go ahead and comment. And then I'll pick a winner tomorrow, and then you can get back to me. And I'll ship you out a package next week, and you'll get some awesome goodies. So, and I'll put some things in there to surprise you because it's always fun to get a little happy mail and be a little surprised. So today I have an idea, and I don't know how it's going to pan out. I don't exactly know how this is going to go because I've not tried it. So we are just going to try it together. Okay? All right, so first I need a black piece of cardstock because I was completely out of black cardstock. So let's get this opened up. I think I'll just need one sheet to do this card. And then I'll put my black cardstock away. Okay, so what we're gonna need is we're going to need a card base. For that. So let's cut up our cardstock while we're doing this. So then I need a layer for inside my card. So for that, I'm cutting 4 inches by 5 1/4 because we're gonna layer it. Okay, makes sense? Hey Patty, thanks for coming by. So I need my, this is not gonna be a quick project, you guys. First, I just have the idea in my head. I've not tried it, so it could be a complete disaster. And then also, I think we're gonna do some heat embossing. So that's gonna take a little time. So that's another reason I started a little early. So what I'm gonna do is just fold this down and then use my bone folder. Okay, so did I fold that right? Okay, so next what I'm gonna do, Susan, I seem to go through black cardstock like nobody's business. It's like I cannot keep black cardstock in my office. I probably need to start adding a thing of black cardstock and a thing of white cardstock to every order. I always add a thing of white, Whisper White, a pack of Whisper White cardstock, and a set of envelopes to every single order that I do. But maybe I need to start adding a set of black because I go through it like crazy. Oops. Okay. So that way, I feel like that cracked quite a bit. So that way I have something to write on inside. Okay, so now here's where I don't exactly know what I'm going to do. So I'm thinking this card needs a little pop of red. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna go ahead and cut this at 4 inches by 5 1/4. And I definitely will have a PDF for you guys. When I get done here, I will do that this afternoon and get it uploaded for you guys. I'm so behind on all of my posting this week. I don't have my Hello December up. I don't have my Wednesday video up. I have all the pieces. I just don't have it all together, and I will try to get caught up this weekend. But I'll have a PDF so that once I figure out what I'm doing here, you guys can redo it if you want. So I am definitely thinking that I need a red, like a pop of red. So what I want to do is I want to use this stamp set. I stamped with Chris and Emma on Tuesday night, right? Wednesday night. And we were talking about this stamp set, and I had said like I just hadn't used it all that much, and so it made me want to use it. So we're going to use that, and then I think we're just going to use the sentiment right here. And the other thing we're going to use is this ribbon. So let's see how this goes. So I haven't done that yet, Ashley. So a while ago, a couple weeks ago, I shared with you guys that I had gotten black cardstock from Simon Says and Gina K and Lawn Fawn, and I was going to do a comparison. And I haven't done that yet because there's just been so much Christmas stuff going on. And then with me doing a live 3 times a week, it's added a lot of work to my work week. And so I'm going to push that off just a little bit, but I'm definitely going to do it. And I definitely will share with you guys. So I think that the best way to use I think I'm going to get my Stamparatus out. So I have it here. So what I'm thinking is, let me measure this. Oh, so this is 4. So I think I'm definitely going to do 4 1/4 by, what is this? By 4. Okay, so I have this piece of cardstock. Now, again, I don't know what I'm doing, so that's going to be too much. So I'm going to trim it down after I'm done stamping, because I think if I stamp first and then I can trim it, it might be better. So let me tell you guys where I'm going with this. So the conversation we were having on Wednesday night was that I wished that this was a set. Like, I wish that the stamp set came and then that there was, like, you could build on it. Like, you could layer it. So, like, it had the checks and then maybe it had some lined stamps. So, some long just lines. So then you could add more to this. Because I felt like it's really flat. It, like, ends up being a really flat image. So we were all kind of talking about what you could do to make it not so flat. So I'm going to try out something that was suggested that night. So let's go ahead. I want to stamp this. So here's the problem. If I want to stamp this whole thing, how am I going to get it to stay if I use the Stamparatus? I guess it won't matter. I guess it can just go down flat. I'll ink this up. And I guess I'll just go flat, right? Is that how you guys think it'll work? So this is the Stamparatus. If you're not familiar with the Stamparatus, it's a stamp positioning tool. You have some clear plates here. And then I think you don't use this thing if you have a red rubber stamp, I think is the deal. Okay. Is this gonna go off? Okay, so let's use a piece of grid paper just so I don't get my thing all nasty. So again, I don't know what I'm doing, you guys. I'm just gonna do this and we're gonna see if the idea in my head works. Okay, so we're going to ink this up with black ink. So I'm going to use Memento. Oh, what should I use? Okay, I got to do a little test here. Okay, I think this is going to work. Okay, so let's use Memento Black. See, this is what I was afraid of, is that the black, well, I guess it's inking up pretty good. That looks pretty good, right, you guys? So I'm twisting this. I really want to ink this up good. I'm hoping that this is going to be good and inked. And then we'll bring it over. And we'll go flat, and then I'm going to walk my fingers over it, and I'm really, really pressing. And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. We're just trying. So let's see how good that came out. Anybody nervous? Okay. Okay. So I really, really would like this to be darker. I wonder. Okay. See, we just got to test this out. Are you guys getting bored yet? Okay, so I'm going to cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock at 6 by 6. Okay, we're going to try something. I want to be able to stamp this multiple times. So I need the paper to stay in the same position. Does that make sense? I'll go closer in just one set. Here, I'll hold this up. Is this what you want to see up close? So I feel like I want these squares to be darker. So let's try again. So I cut 6 by 6 and I'm using the magnets now. So now I think what will be able to happen is I should be able to stamp multiple times to get a darker image. This is what happens when I just get an idea. And Susan says, I have the Misty positioning tool, but I'm thinking I really like the Stamparatus. Let me move my camera a little bit, guys, so I can read comments. Can do that. The Misty can't. Oh, I see what you're saying. I have both. I have a Misty and I have the Stamparatus. And yeah, the Stamparatus does a little bit more than the Misty. But to be honest, I like both of them. But if I had to choose, I probably would choose the Stamparatus. Okay. Oh, see? Okay, that's okay because I'm going to trim it. So it's okay. It's okay that this kind of messed up a tiny bit because I can use over here. So let's add some more color. And I might be able to get an image. I might be able to get a space to work, okay? So that's okay. So now let's see if this stayed right in the right place. I don't know why it did that up here. Okay, so let's see. Okay, now we're talking, you guys. Okay, so let's do it one more time. Oh man, okay, so hopefully that's in the same place. These magnets are incredibly strong. Okay, so I'm slightly nervous because I don't know if I moved that, but let's do it again because now we're talking. So what I'm thinking is if you want to use this background stamp, what I'm thinking is the very best way to do that is to use a stamp positioning tool, and I really hope this is not ruined. I hope it did not shift. Nope, it sure didn't. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Gorgeous. Don't you love it? Okay, so now what I can do is, this is still wet. There's a lot of ink on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to close this up. We're going to set all of this aside. Okay, and I'm going to get my heat tool out, and we are going to heat set this image because I do not want it messed up. That was a lot of work to get it there, right? I told you this was going to be a long video because I don't even know what I'm doing. Okay. Okay, so I think it's dry. So we're gonna do some embossing. Okay, so what I wanna do is I'm gonna take my powder tool and we're gonna put powder all over this. And then what I'm going to do is we're going to put some powder on here to test it. So what do you guys think? Should we do silver or gold? So our card base is going to have red and black, and then we're going to do the sentiment in whichever color we decide for the embossing. So I'm thinking silver will show up really pretty on the red. So what I want to do is just test to make sure that this is not sticking. And it still is sticking to some of the ink. So with a project like this, you just got to be careful. Okay. So let's do some more powder. And I think it's way better that I did it on a bigger piece because now I have a place to put my hands, because what we don't want to happen is sorry guys, I'm going to get you closer. And it's an ordeal to move my phone stand. Oops. Hold on 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay, so I have a place to put my hands because I don't want to touch anything where I want to emboss, okay? So this is something that I got. It's a newer thing. I've never had one of these. This is a Versamark marker. So it has like a brush tip and a fine tip. And what we're going to do is we're going to add some lines and do some embossing, okay? So I don't know if I'm going to regret this or not. I'm going to take a ruler. And I'm going to add a little bit of adhesive. Let's just use some washi tape. Okay. I told you I don't know what I'm doing. So let's tape this to my mat. I want to try this. I've been thinking about it ever since we talked about it when we were crafting the other night of how I could do this and use this stamp the way that I kind of originally had thought. Okay. So now let's take, I think I'm going to cut from in the middle. So what I think I'm going to do is just start here. I don't know how I'm going to get this lined up really well. And it's hard when I'm not directly over. So the idea is you take the pen and it's going to work just like an embossing ink pad. Okay. I'm going to test this. Now I don't know how long the wet stays wet from the pen. With the ink pad, it stays wet for a long time. I mean, sometimes you just got to try stuff, right? Okay. So I still feel like it kind of stuck. Like there's kind of a lot that stuck to the... Ooh, we're going to be here all day doing this project, you guys. This is some tedious stamp work. Okay, let's heat emboss this and see if this is even worth it. Okay, so what do you guys think? It's pretty straight. I mean, I don't know. Should we keep going? What do you guys think? I mean, let's just hang out and craft today. It's totally fine. Oh my gosh. This is making me nervous. Okay, so here's the problem with doing something like this. You could get all the way to the end and mess up. And then what would you do? So I'm just using a dry brush. Oh man. The stamping is pretty dry, so I'm actually pretty happy with how dry the stamping is. This might almost be better than having a lined stamp, because it's a little bit, I think maybe it's a tiny bit easier to line up with the ruler. If you're just careful, it's a little bit difficult not being directly over the camera. I mean, over my project, because my camera's in the way. And then I think if you just go slow with the pen, oh, that was really close to the edge. Well, that's okay. They kind of have all been that way. And okay, so it doesn't have to be perfect. Remember, it's handmade. It doesn't have to be perfect. I can lighten up a little bit. It's a little hard for me. I think maybe the gold would have stood out a little bit better. But I think it's going to be pretty. Okay, so let's keep going. I think once I'm getting the hang of it, I think I can probably speed it up a little bit. So now let's try to do a little bit. If I could get it lined up when I put my project down, if I could get that lined up more on my mat, I can definitely use the lines on my mat too to help. So all in all, I think this is going okay. Oh, that would have been, I have cherry cobbler red. Okay, we're going to do that next. We're going to do both. Oh, you guys, we're going to be here until midnight tonight. Oh my gosh. I do. I have cherry cobbler embossing powder and we're using it. Okay. So I'm going to try to line it up on my mat. I think that's the key, because then see, then I can use my mat. So I think that's a good and let me try to do this last one. I'm not going to need this whole image. That's the thing. Okay, so let's do silver and then we're going to get the red out. So let's do silver on these last two. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, this part did not. Okay, so let me. Okay, so now let me catch up on comments because I've been all into this project here. Okay, so let's clean this out. I have a large paintbrush for that. Okay, so now let me grab my cherry cobbler ink or embossing powder. Okay, look at that, cherry cobbler. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll turn it. I know, it's okay, it's okay. This is gonna be such a cool project. It's totally gonna be worth it. Okay. So I'm going to do the brush tip and just see the difference. Probably should stick to what's working, but... Okay. Oops, my washi tape. I'll have to get more washi tape. Okay, where's my thing? Okay, right there. I do see that it's hard to get it to stick with the pen. That looks good. I don't know. What are you guys thinking? So I wonder if my red embossing powder isn't any good because it didn't come out as crisp as and I think my red one is a little crooked. Let's try again. This is tedious, you guys. I just had to try it. Do you guys ever get that way where you think of a project or you think of something that you want to do and you just can't stop thinking about it? Okay, I'm going to try to see if I can do 2 at a time. I'm going to angle this because I think it'll be easier for me. So I know it probably looks weird for you guys. Okay, so let's try the red embossing powder again. Oh, that covered a lot better, I think. I don't know if the heating is... Hey, Emma. I think the heating is fading the black, too. And I don't think the pen is really working with the red. I'm a little bit disappointed. So this is a Versamark pen, which is just like your Versamark ink pad. It's just a pen. So I have to say I'm a little disappointed. The red is not doing as well as the silver did. And I don't know if it's just the pen isn't getting enough of the ink down, or if it's the red embossing powder, because I've had the red embossing powder. We don't sell red embossing powder anymore, so I've had it for several years. So it could be either problem could be happening. Okay, so I'm looking for my cap. Okay, so let's do these last two, and then we're going to get to putting the card together. And I'm just going to be okay with the fact that it's not perfect. I wish it had covered better, but I mean, this is a really tedious card and there's really nothing I can do about it. Ooh, what happened? What the what? Okay, I'm thinking my red embossing powder is bad, because what the heck just happened to that? Good thing I don't need that whole piece. Okay, so it's okay because I just need a small piece. So let's clean up this area. And oops, sorry guys. You really don't know until you try it. Oh my gosh, I keep hitting this. Sorry guys. No, don't be sorry. That's what we're here to do. We're just here to craft together. So you don't know till you try, right? And I just had this idea ever since the other night, and I wanted to try it. So I would rather try it with you guys than not. Okay, so the good thing is that we don't need this whole piece. So basically what I want is my trimmer to not be dirty. That's what I would like. Okay. All right, so let me wipe this with my sleeve so it's dry. Okay. So basically what I want is like a like 4-inch. We'll need it to be 4 1/4. So this paper is really warped now because I've used the heat tool on it. Okay, so then we're not going to use that piece that freaked out. So let's trim that off so it's nice and even on the bottom. And then I'm just going to go right under this piece. And that should be good. So I would try to, you know what we could do is, I mean, when all else fails, you just fake it. I'm all for faking it. So here's cherry cobbler. I mean, that's not horrible. Oh, crap. See? It's fine. I'll fix it. Okay. So that made it a little bit better. Not exactly what I had in mind, but the red and the silver is pretty amazing. So that was a pretty amazing idea. So everything can be fixed. Okay, so now I don't know what I'm doing with this card. Okay. Okay, so now what we're going to do, so this piece is going to go here like this, and then this piece is going to go here like this and cover it up. So I need to clean up this edge a little bit. And I feel like there's a lot of space here compared to here, so I'm just going to trim that down a little bit more. Okay, so see what I mean? I feel like, and I think that's crooked because this is warped. Yeah, it's crooked a little bit. Let's try to fix that. So I feel like this is a little bit better. Okay, so see, that's a little bit more even. Okay, so now before I attach any of this stuff, what I want to do is get an idea because I need to emboss the sentiment. So this is going to go here. Can you guys see? This is going to go here. So my sentiment needs to go above that. So I just used my nail. Okay. So I would be lying if I said I'm so super excited to emboss again. So I'm not going to lie. Oh, let's use that. Oh, okay. I got another idea. Hung with care. I just got to find my stamp, guys. Sorry. Okay. So there's this. And I want to use this Merry Christmas. So this says Merry Christmas, and we're going to put it right here. We're going to use Versamark and a block. Kayla loves it when I do the heat embossing. So I got to get a little closer to this because this card has been a labor of love and I don't want to mess the sentiment up. So I'm going to get right over it, guys. If I bump the camera, oh, I'm nervous now. Okay. Let's just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Do it. I can't. Okay, I did it. Is it straight? Is it straight? I don't know if it's straight. Does it look straight? Okay. It's gonna have to be straight. It's really not straight. Okay, so let's turn it over and just try again. It's fine. Emma says it's fine. It probably is, Emma. Look at that one, guys. What do I do now? Oh my God, I love it. I love it. Okay. Third time's a charm, people. Third time's a charm. Okay. Okay, so it's gonna have to be fine because I'm out of options. That was classic. Okay, so let's get our silver embossing powder. Oh God, where's the embossing powder? Where's the embossing powder? Where did it go? This is interesting. Oh, here it is. I put it away. And my spoon is gone. No, it's not. I forgot to use my powder tool. Ended up being okay, actually. Okay. Not bad. Okay, now we can finally finish this card. We've only been working on it for 1,000 hours. Okay. Heat tool. I think I'm going to clean this up a little. How pretty is that? It's like magic. Okay. So now this can go on here, right? And this can go on here. So let's do this. Oh, that would have been awesome. Make sure your card's opening up the right way. And then let's use some snail. I'm going to use a lot because I used the heat tool on this cardstock, and so it's a little warped. I feel like this cracked, the top of this cardstock really cracked a lot. Bothering me. Okay, so now this piece can go here, and that's okay. I want it down a little ways. I want it all the way down. But actually, the placement of that was really perfect. So let's put this down. Again, I'm using a lot of adhesive because we've heated the cardstock, we have embossing on it, we have marker on it. I don't want it to lift. Okay, so then you may think, well, all that work and that's it, but that's not it. See, my Merry Christmas is totally crooked. Okay, so then what I'm gonna do is add this ribbon, and I think we'll add it maybe like kind of right under the Mary, and maybe that will make it feel like it's not as crooked. And I'm no good at tying bows, so I probably should be doing it this way so the bow pieces come to the bottom. This ribbon, it's really easy to tie bows because it has some wiring in it. So it's easy to kind of manipulate. And then I just want that the ribbon part really tight on there. And then we can fix it and fluff it. Just like that. And then if you really want your little ends of your ribbon to stay down, a trick is to just use a glue dot. So let's trim this up. And then if you really want, you just stick a glue dot right underneath the bow part. So I don't know, was all of that work worth it? And what I think is the bow needs to go a little bit over, like so. And then what we need to do is get some bling. So what should we use? Should we use sequins? Nouveau drops or rhinestones. That's our choices. So we have this, or I have some sequins. What if we used red sequins? Oh, I need the black and silver. Let me see what you guys are saying. Red sequins and rhinestones. Okay, so we won't do the Nouveau drops. Okay. You guys see the card? Okay. I think I'll use red and black sequins. Oh crap, my phone's gonna die. I gotta get a charger. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me plug my phone in. Are you guys still with me? Okay, and then we'll add rhinestones. So I need this, and then we need glue. So I think if there was a bigger sentiment right there, I actually think that would be probably a little bit better. I think that's probably a really tiny sentiment for this card. Like, I don't maybe think it maybe works. And then the great thing is that when you're adding sequins or rhinestones, any place where you feel like maybe it's not perfect, you can add a rhinestone and it covers it up, or a sequence. So let's use some of these red ones. And this glue will dry clear. So I know it looks not the best. Add some black. The black ones are slightly smaller. What do you guys think? Oh, this looks weird. Like, why am I doing it that way? Crap. Let's move this one up. It's like I'm just putting two by each other. It doesn't look random, does it? Okay, let's add some rhinestones now. So I really think the sentiment just needs to be a little bigger and it would be totally fine. This is my favorite way to put sequins or rhinestones, is so it just looks like it's falling down the edge of the card. I really love it. Okay. I feel like, well, I have 3 out here, so I'm just going to add 3 more because I feel like it looks a little maybe a little random. Okay. Let's just use this last rhinestone. I mean sequence. Right there. So, I mean, overall, this was not one of my typical cards. This was much more involved than I usually do. But it's an idea I had since Tuesday night when we were talking about the stamp set. I really do love this, the Buffalo Check stamp set. I think that it's really a gorgeous set, and I think definitely using it in my Misty helped to make this, well, I know it did because we stamped it 3 times. So I think that a couple things that you could do, instead of embossing, you could just use your markers. Like, that's always an option. Also, if you have a lined stamp set, so there's lots of like stamp sets that just have lines, like different thicknesses and different lengths. You could totally use that. I think that might be a little bit harder to line up, but that could work too. Or again, you can just use your markers, your writer markers or your blends. That worked good. To add a little bit more to it. I like the embossing, but I really think my red embossing powder has gone bad because it was weird when we heat set it. So a little bit more work, but I do like the bow on here. And then I like this Christmas, the sentiment on there if it was straight, but just make the bow not straight and then it'll look like everything is straight. And then inside, I have my white piece of cardstock that I can write on since I'm using the basic black cardstock. But that, I feel like, is very Christmassy. The plaid and the red and the black. I love it. So I will definitely take a photo of this and I will create a PDF for you guys. And then I will link all of the supplies that I used. And then my recommendation for today is that you pick up this stamp set right here. I think it's definitely one I will keep forever. There's very few of the background stamps that I pick up because I don't feel like I utilize them enough. I feel like I get nervous using them because I'm not sure how it will turn out or I'm not sure how to get the right coverage. And I think me just using the Stamparatus today really kind of showed me that I can actually use these. So this is one I think that I will keep forever. And I think it's pretty in lots of different colors. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you share it. Leave a comment because I have a whole bunch of prizes to give away. I will pick a winner tomorrow. So if you're catching this on the replay on Facebook today, which I'm not sure what the date is. What's the date? October or something. You can leave a comment. If you're catching it afterwards, like after Friday, the giveaway is closed. And then if you're seeing this on my YouTube video, I'd still love your comment below on if you like the stamp here, this Buffalo Check, but the giveaway will be closed. It's not running on YouTube. So this is my big giveaway for the end of the month. October 26th is what Chris says it is. I will totally believe her. So this is my big end of the month giveaway. I have 2 more lives. So I'll be live actually all next week because I'll be live on Monday and on Wednesday. And then my regular scheduled live is on Friday. So I'll have 1 more full week of going live all week for you guys. And then we'll be back to just going live on Friday. And I'm thinking of adding a Monday because I think you guys are enjoying this. And that is what I like, is that you guys are having a good time. So thank you guys so much. Make sure you keep an eye out for the PDF. And I will chat with you guys next week. Thanks for coming by, guys.